Last night, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert became a blazing battleground when Representative Jasmine Crockett was kicked off the set live after a heated clash with Stephen Colbert. A jaw-dropping showdown that left viewers stunned. The studio in chaos, social media erupting with the fallout. Sources say what began as a high-profile interview, with Crockett defending her legislative record and bold rhetoric, spiraled into a fiery exchange, with Colbert's biting humor driving Crockett to a breaking point that ended in her ejection. A moment already the night's viral bombshell. Before we dive into this explosive unraveling, drop a comment with where you're watching from, hit subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories like this. Crockett, the Texas congresswoman known for her passionate speeches and unapologetic style, strode onto the set with her trademark confidence, ready to discuss her political fights, her vision for justice. But Colbert wasn't here for a rally. Opening with a sharp jab, "Ms. Crockett, you're a firebrand or just a loudmouth?" The quip, laced with venom, hit hard, and insiders say the audience felt it, some chuckling, others tensing, as Crockett smirked, "I'm a firebrand, Stephen, you're just a comedian." The tension ignited fast. Colbert played a clip of a controversial Crockett speech. Critics divided. "This is your vision," he grinned. "But is it leadership or just noise?" Crockett fired back, her voice steady. "It's leadership, Stephen. I fight. You jest." The crowd splitting, some cheering, others murmuring as producers watched, sensing the segment veering off script, friction brewing early. Sources say the room buzzed, Crockett's poise held, but Colbert's eyes gleamed. He spotted a crack, the stage set for a clash that would end with Crockett kicked off. What's gripping everyone isn't just the start, it's how swiftly it turned heated. Crockett leaned in. "You don't get my mission, Stephen. I'm reshaping justice. You're reshaping punchlines." And Colbert struck. "Justice. You're reshaping chaos, Ms. Crockett, I'll prove it." His jab personal, piercing. The crowd gasped, some shouted, others filmed, as the clash took a raw turn, with Crockett's smirk fading, Colbert's grin sharpening, the night charging toward a heated, chaotic peak, the confrontation just beginning to burn. The fiery showdown on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert last night surged into a blazing onslaught as Stephen Colbert, his comedic wit a live spark, began tearing into Representative Jasmine Crockett, the Texas congresswoman known for her fiery rhetoric, with a series of biting jabs that turned a tense interview into a volatile clash, leaving the studio charged, producers on edge, Crockett's bold demeanor starting to fray. Sources say, after Crockett's defiant claim, "I'm reshaping justice," and her dismissal of Colbert's punchlines, the host fired back with venom, fueling a confrontation that's already burning up the internet, inching closer to her. Live ejection. Colbert, his grin sly, zeroed in on Crockett's political actions. "Chaos, Ms. Crockett? Your speeches spark outrage, but your results fizzle," his voice dripping with sarcasm, as he rolled a clip of a polarizing Crockett vote, critics slamming its impact, the crowd reacting fast, some laughing, others murmuring, while Crockett's tone hardened. "Fizzle? I deliver progress, Stephen. You deliver quips." Her retort firm, clipped, drawing cheers, boos, from the divided audience, the tension thickening with every word. The host pressed harder. "Progress? Or just a loud, 'Stunt, Ms. Crockett? You're a one-woman soapbox,' sources say." Crockett's eyes narrowed, her voice rising. "Soapbox? I fought for change, Stephen. You fought for laughs." The comeback bold, strained, the crowd stirring, some shouting, "Go Jasmine!" Others jeering, as producers whispered, "She's hooked," their headsets buzzing, the segment slipping from polish to pandemonium, friction mounting. Colbert smirked. "Laughs? You're the spectacle, Ms. Crockett. Your fuse is lit," his jab piercing, personal stoking Crockett's fire. What fueled the blaze wasn't just the taunts, It was Crockett's defiance. Insiders report she leaned forward. Spectacle? I've got conviction, Stephen. I'm forging equity. You're forging gags. Her tone raw, intense, and Colbert struck back. Equity? You're forging drama, Ms. Crockett. Look at you. Pointing at her clenched fists, the audience splitting. Wider. Some chanting, Colbert, Colbert. Others booing, with phones filming. Ex-posts surging. Crockett's rattled. One read, racking up likes. As the clash grew fiercer, Crockett's composure slipping. The studio pulsed with heat. Sources say Crockett's hands gripped the desk. Drama? I'm a force, Stephen. I'll outlast your snark, her voice trembling slightly. And Colbert pounced. Force? You're a soundbite now, Ms. Crockett. Sparking live. His words ruthless, cutting. The crowd roaring. Some standing, others yelling while producers signaled a break. Their hands waving, but Crockett pushed on. I'm not a soundbite. You're nothing. Her bravado wobbling, the chaos swelling, with insiders noting, she's fraying. The night charging toward a heated, explosive peak, Colbert's assault unrelenting. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert erupted into a blazing inferno last night as Stephen Colbert, his comedic wit a searing torch, drove Representative Jasmine Crockett, the Texas congresswoman known for her fiery rhetoric, into a heated clash. A relentless barrage of biting taunts turning a tense interview into a public breaking point, leaving the studio electric, the audience divided, Crockett's bold resolve crumbling under the pressure. Sources say Crockett's shaky vow, I'm not a soundbite, after defending her force, met Colbert's ruthless jab, inching closer to the confrontation that led to her live ejection, a moment now dominating every platform. Colbert, his grin sharp, intensified his attack. Soundbite, Ms. Crockett? Your passion's loud, but your impact's a whisper. His voice dripping with mockery, as he flashed a montage, Crockett's viral speeches, policy critiques piling. The crowd, reacting hard, some laughing, others gasping, while Crockett's jaw clenched. Whisper? I'm a trailblazer, Stephen. You're a skeptic. Her voice loud, trembling, the audience surging, cheers clashing with boos, as producers watched, hands twitching, the live feed holding, tension soaring. The host dug deeper. Trailblazer? You're trailing drama, Ms. Crockett. Look at the mess. His jab vicious, personal. And Crockett snapped back. Mess? I've fought for justice, Stephen. You fought for nothing. Her words fierce, faltering with strain. The crowd splitting, some shouting, Push on, Jasmine. Others jeering, with phones filming, ex-posts exploding. Crockett's shaken, one read, trending fast. Colbert smirked. Justice? You're fading now, Ms. Crockett. Your fire's slipping, pointing at her flushed glare. The audience roaring, some chanting, Break her, others pleading, Ease up, as the chaos swelled. What turned the heat into a wildfire wasn't just the insults, it was Crockett's fury. Insiders say she stood, slamming the desk. Fading? I'm a force, Stephen. I'll bury you. Her tone raw, roaring. And Colbert fired back. Force? You're a stunt factory, Ms. Crockett. Bury yourself. His taunt ruthless. The crowd splitting wider, some rushing the stage edge, others yelling with clips hitting X. Crockett's unhinged, racking up shares as Crockett shouted, I'm not a stunt, I'll crush you. Her voice cracking with anger, hands pounding again, the studio igniting. The room became a tinderbox. Sources report producers signaled security, their voices urgent. She's hot. But Crockett pressed on. You're a nobody, Stephen. I'm the real deal. Her fury shaking, sweat beading as Colbert stood. Real deal? You're a tantrum, Ms. Crockett, crashing live. His command sharp, piercing. The crowd erupting, some tossing cups, others live streaming, while Crockett roared, I'm not crashing, you're done. Her voice thundering, eyes wild, The clash peaking, with insiders noting, "She's over the edge." The night hurtling toward a heated collapse, Colbert's pressure unyielding. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert hit its fiery zenith last night, as Stephen Colbert, his comedic wit a relentless blaze, drove Representative Jasmine Crockett, the Texas congresswoman known for her fiery rhetoric, into a chaotic collapse during a heated clash. A ferocious showdown spiraling into a breaking point on live TV, leaving the studio in turmoil, viewers agape, the internet a wildfire of reaction. Sources say Crockett's thundering roar, "I'm not crashing, you're done," met Colbert's brutal, devastating taunt that shattered her composure, sparking a meltdown that's set to seal her live ejection. The night's peak a raw, explosive eruption. Colbert, his grin cold, landed a devastating blow. "Tantrum, Ms. Crockett? Your fire's a stunt. You're no leader, just a loudmouth with a mic." His voice sharp, cruel, as he flashed a mock reel. Crockett's viral outbursts, legislative critiques, the crowd reacting hard, some laughing, others gasping, while Crockett's face twisted. "Loudmouth? I'm a fighter, Stephen. You're a speck." Her voice booming, fracturing with rage, the audience surging, cheers clashing with boos, as producers watched, hands frozen, the live feed holding, chaos exploding. Colbert pressed the wound. "Fighter? You're a performer, Ms. Crockett, burning live," his jab vicious, final. And Crockett lunged forward. "Performer? I've built progress. You've built nothing." Her words furious, eyes blazing, with Colbert pouncing. "Progress? You're a meltdown, Ms. Crockett. Your star's a bust," pointing at her trembling frame. The crowd roaring, some chanting, "Fall, fall," others shouting, "Hold on," as phones filmed, ex-posts surging. "Crockett's done," one read, trending fast. Crockett roared, "I'm not a bust, you're trash." Her hands slamming the desk, fury spilling, a bellow shaking the stage. The clash broke wide open. Insiders say Crockett stood fully. "Trash? I'm a force, Stephen. I'll crush you." Her voice raw, unhinged, as Colbert leaned in. "Force? You're a fraud who's lost the plot, Ms. Crockett." Crashing live, his taunt merciless, the audience surging, some standing, filming, others yelling, with clips hitting X instantly. "Crockett's meltdown live," one read, racking up shares. Another showing her roar. "She's lost it," going viral, millions watching. Crockett shouted, "I'm not a fraud, you're nothing." Her voice shaking, desk rattling, the chaos overwhelming, her control gone. What primed the ejection was Crockett's unraveling. Sources report she ripped off her mic. "You call me a fraud? I'm done with this circus." Her voice a mix of rage, exhaustion, tossing the mic down, the crash resounding, while Colbert laughed. "Circus? You're the clown, Ms. Crockett. Get out." His words brutal, final, the crowd erupting, some rushing the stage, others chanting, "Out, out," as Crockett spun. "I'm leaving. You're pathetic." Her fury blazing, the clash complete, with insiders saying, "She's shattered." The night hurtling toward her exit, Colbert's taunt the spark that broke her. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert descended into sheer pandemonium last night, as Representative Jasmine Crockett, the Texas congresswoman known for her fiery rhetoric, was kicked off the set live after a heated clash. Her furious mic-dropping exit triggered by Stephen Colbert's ruthless taunt, "You're a fraud who's lost the plot," leaving the studio in shambles, viewers stunned, the internet exploding with the fallout of a showdown that broke her live. Sources say Crockett's raging cry, "I'm leaving, you're pathetic," as she stormed off, marked the end of her stand, with Colbert's cold triumph resounding. The night's chaos hitting a blazing peak, the ejection sealing a viral spectacle. Crockett, fury unleashed, tore off her mic and charged toward the exit. "I'm leaving. "You're pathetic." Her voice a ragged bellow. Her frame tense, face flushed, pointing back. "This show's a sham." As Colbert stood, arms crossed. "Sham? You're the bust, Ms. Crockett, you're done." His taunt sharp, victorious. The crowd roaring, some cheering, "Out, out!" Others gasping. "No, Jasmine," while security trailed, hands hovering, unable to halt her stormy retreat. The live feed capturing every wild stride. Her figure vanishing into the wings, a tempest fading under the studio lights. The audience lost all control. Insiders say some surged forward, phones flashing, filming Crockett's chaotic exit. Others pounded seats, shouting, "She's gone," while a few voiced support. "Jasmine's real." The room a clash of noise, with producers stunned, their headsets buzzing. "She's out, keep it live," one stammered. The broadcast holding, showing the discarded mic where Crockett once sat, now a testament to her collapse. What turned this moment into a spectacle wasn't just the rage, it was Crockett's downfall. Sources report her last snarl. "This show's a sham," roared as she vanished, her defiance drowned in anger while Colbert waved, "Bust? You're the wreck, Ms. Crockett. Goodbye." His final barb ruthless. The crowd splitting wider, cheers crashing against boos, with X exploding, clips of Crockett's frantic exit trending. "She's done," one post read, racking up shares. Another. Of her mic toss, Colbert crushed her, going viral, millions watching the wreckage loop. Insiders say producers leaned into the chaos. The ratings spike a goldmine. The ejection too raw to cut. The immediate aftermath slammed hard. Crockett's team scrambled backstage. Sources hint she raged in a green room. "This isn't over." Her voice a furious rasp. Aides rushing to shield her from cameras, while Colbert strutted. "That's how you handle a loudmouth," he quipped to the crowd. Their cheers deafening. Some surging the stage, others filming as security cleared. The wings. The night's end a smoldering wreck. Online, the tide turned fast. Crockett crashed. One thread read, "Colbert's king." Another claimed, with analysts noting, "He broke her live." The host's victory locked. The chaos poised to blaze on. The fallout surged beyond. The studio, Crockett's ejection a spark that lit a firestorm. Her political brand at risk. The clash a defining scar. The fallout from Representative Jasmine Crockett's dramatic ejection from The Late Show with Stephen Colbert last night, after a heated clash with Stephen Colbert, has ignited a firestorm of reaction, with the Texas Congresswoman's furious, mic-dropping exit, ending in her backstage roar, "This isn't over," turning a live TV showdown into a global spectacle, leaving Crockett's political brand bruised, Colbert's victory blazing. The internet, airwaves buzzing with takes. That won't fade. Sources say what began as a defense of her legislative fire ended with Crockett kicked off. Her downfall a viral blaze. The clash's ripples shaking everything in its path, sealing a saga now etched in public lore. Crockett's backstage rage landed like a spark. Insiders report she stormed a green room, fists clenched. "This isn't over." Her voice a raw snarl. Aides hustling her past cameras as reporters swarmed, while X erupted. Her statement, "I'll keep fighting," posted. Later, pulling 140,000 likes, but swamped by replies. "You crashed, Jasmine," trending fast, with clips of her stormy exit, mic toss looping millions of times. "Crockett crushed," a viral thread claimed. Memes of her retreat captioned, "Congresswoman meltdown," flooding TikTok, Instagram. Supporters rallied. "She's a warrior, they're cruel," one post pleaded. But the tide surged, her image singed. Colbert's camp basked in the glory. Sources say his next show opened with, "We had Crockett, she flared. I floored her." His quip smug, victorious, pulling a 70% rating surge, snagging viewers hooked on the chaos, while insiders hint he's gloating. She burned, I won. His team eyeing more daring guests, with analysts noting he owned it. Though some whisper, Crockett's plotting, the triumph edged with risk. The crowd's cheers echoed online. Colbert slays, ringing across platforms, locking his comedic edge sharper. The internet split like a fault line. Crockett fans mourned. They ambushed her, she's gold, one ex-post read, racking up shares, while critics feasted. Jasmine's a loud fraud. Another hit viral status, with debates raging, was it fair? Trending clips of her fury dissected. She snapped, one pundit said. Colbert played it perfect. Another added, predicting hits to her voter base, her influence wavering, her brand scorched. Sources say Crockett's hold up, fuming, with talk of a counterstrike, maybe a bold speech or X-campaign. Her silence loud, the ejection a scar that's sticking. Political insiders note her agenda now faces skepticism, her public image under harsher scrutiny. The ripple effects are seismic. Late nights rattled. Experts call it a shift. Colbert flipped the script or fried it, one said. Networks eyeing riskier segments or tighter control, risking fade if they falter, while viewers divide. Half cheer, he felled a star, half cringe, too harsh. The clash a cultural burn. Crockett's fall, Colbert's peak, etched in viral lore. The saga's impact stretches beyond the studio. Crockett's brand faces headwinds, her political pull questioned, while Colbert's stature soars, his stage a fortress. This isn't over, it's a fuse. Crockett's comeback, Colbert's next. Jab. Set to ignite. So stay tuned if you're hooked on this madness. Smash that subscribe button now. Don't miss the next blaze.